What's up, YouTube? This is gonna be a quick video, man. I'm gonna talk about dealing with dysfunctional adults, right? So I'm not saying I'm perfect, but like it's just crazy. Like the older I'm getting, the more I'm experiencing life. You know what I'm saying? Like the more I'm constantly around people, especially people who are a lot older than me, or like my authority figures, or people just again they're just older than me, right? Like it seems like all my life I always dealt with like very dysfunctional, retarded, just stupid adults, man. Like so, like there are times where like for example, like I always like me, I came from a very dysfunctional family, right? So of course there's been a history of them like stealing my stuff, throwing my stuff away from the trash, my personal items, them doing some dirt and like not taking accountability. They lack proper communication skills. They'll lie to other family members towards me. They'll project a lot of their insecurities, bad habits, and dysfunctional towards me, right? So me, I had to cut all them off. I got away from them. I blocked all contact with them. I pretty much disconnected from all of them, right? But not just with them. I dealt with like toxic adults at the workplace too. Where like while I was working, I was doing my own thing. Then I always come across toxic adults who are like they seem very irrational. They like a lot of people like they have a lot of mental issues. It seems like a lot of people they struggle with like a lot of trauma, mental issues, and then they'll project that shit towards innocent people, towards like the victims and shit, right? And that's not the main reasons, but that's one of the reasons why this world's so fucked up. Because yeah, so many unhealed people who have a lot of trauma due to the corrupt system we're living in, due to the fucked up money system, through this demonic, evil ass system, and then like the system it forces you to develop a lot of mental illness and a lot of like baggage and dysfunction, right? Because we're all enslaved, we're all overworked and underpaid. We all gotta do shit we don't want to do because of money. There's a lot of family abuse and domestic abuse because of the money systems. A lot of divorces and people do a lot of shady shit. People's lives are determined by a piece of paper, which is called fucking money. This is how this weird fucking society. It's how this weird world. This is how it is in this world, right? But it does get annoying. I just want to let some steam out because it's like I had a realization. Well, I always knew this, but I always knew that most, not everyone, but like most people, especially adults, they're very dysfunctional. They're very like they're pretty retarded. Like I mean this in a very most respectful way. They're very retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like they lack emotional intelligence. They'll constantly like I had people older than me, adults who will like take money from me and like they'll never pay me back. They'll take personal items from me that I need for work and they'll never give it back to them. I'm always in a position where like I constantly have to remind these adults, hey, you gotta pay me back, or hey, are you gonna give my stuff back after you told me after you wanted some stuff from me? And I always gotta remind them, hey, I gotta get my shit back. It's just dumbass people like that. It's like I keep meeting the same people in different bodies. You know what I'm saying? You know how like in toxic relationships, people say they keep meeting different uh, traumatic like relationships, romantic partners in different bodies. Well, for me, well, I've experienced that too. But for me, I'm more so meeting different types of random people, but and the same people in different bodies, pretty much. So it's like an energy thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if God, the universe, or my spirit wants me to experience stupid people so I can learn lessons from them. Maybe it's part of my karma. It's part of my karmic lessons. But it does get annoying. You know what I'm saying? So like this one makes assholes of this world. This one makes people so pissed off because they're constantly dealing we have a lot of unhealed people filled with trauma in this world than we do versus healthy. So we have a lot of unhealthy people compared to a lot of healthy people. That's why this world seems so fucked up and it's so rare to see someone that's actually mentally healthy. And that's why me, I tend to keep my distance away from people because I'm aware and like I can sense they're up to no good. Like me, I have a gift of discernment, so I can tell when someone's no good. So like I tend to either keep my distance. The only time I'm forced to interact with these people is when obviously when I'm working with them or do business or work situations. But like it's just annoying, man. It's just annoying. Where like I mean, I constantly have to like treat people like I constantly have to remind people, tell people how to treat other people. Like a lot of people these days, they lack a lot of emotional intelligence. They lack common sense. They lack integrity. They lack morals. They just use a lot of people. They're just very dysfunctional, and they're one and then they wonder why their lives are so fucked up because they create that shit for themselves. They don't even have the awareness to even understand what the fuck is wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have some stuff I need to work on, but at the same time, it does get annoying. We're like, because growing up, as I'm getting older, I used to think that a lot of people weren't dysfunctional. A lot of people aren't as traumatized. Like I pretty much I think that a lot of people were on my level pretty much when it comes to like emotional intelligence, morals, and integrity. But it seems like a lot of people they lack those things, and because they have a lot of trauma, that's why. So it's just weird. Then you got time speeding up every day, but it's just weird, man. Like it gets annoying knowing that like I just realized like all my life I'm always dealing with like dysfunctional adults. Like I just cut like I went through hell through my family members, I had to cut all them off. Then at the workplace, and I still am dealing with this shit today. Where like I'm constantly dealing with like dysfunctional adults. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but most of them. You know, so people they're just very. I don't know. I always view people. People are just weird, man. People are just very weird. I always got to keep my distance from people. They're just fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you want to interact with people, I can sense something that's off about them, and and then they'll do something that prove that like my intuition is right. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta listen to your gut instinct. But it's just weird that like I always gotta constantly remind someone to hey, you gotta pay me back, or hey, you owe me this, you owe me that, or hey, remember when I did this thing for you, or aren't you gonna finish, or aren't you gonna help me out with it? You know what I'm saying? So just people they forget easily. Either they forget easily, they don't give a shit, or like they just I don't know, man. Human beings. The year 2023, I always knew people were like that, but the year 2023, it really kind of exposed me to how shitty people are. You know what I'm saying? People are very shitty. They're very selfish as well. You know what I'm saying? But this is how it is. Moral of this video is the fact that be careful who you're interacting with. Obviously, don't be paranoid, but like just be aware of human nature. Be aware like humans they have the tendency to be very selfish, very stuck up, and very difficult to deal with. I wasted so much time and energy to try to fix people, not in a wrong way, but in a right way to tell them what they're doing is wrong. I've been trying taking time on my day to change people's lives for the better, but people refuse to change. So what I've learned is that like sometimes you gotta let people be. You know what I'm saying? Let them hit rock bottom. Let karma keep biting them in the ass, and let people self destruct their own fucking lives. You can help them all you want, but like if it's going nowhere, just fuck these people. Focus on yourself, and hopefully you will attract the right types of people. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people who are very traumatized. A lot of people are very unhealed. But your goal is to get the fuck away from these people and to better yourself and try to attract the life you want to live. And you do the best you can. It is kind of a lonely road, but it is where you try to become your own best friend. It is where you develop a lot of mental strength by like learning how to like pick yourself up, learning how to love yourself, learning how to like just kind of be your own parent, dealing with in a world full of toxic people, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? People are crazy, man. But it's gonna get worse. I feel like, but that's all I gotta say, man. Have a good one. Be safe and don't be stupid. Just watch out for dumb people and work hard. Live the type of life you want to live and do the best you can, and you will reach your goals. Will reach your success. Just try to eliminate distractions and don't put your full trust onto people because people they're just full of shit. And that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.